Is the time now for Final Fantasy to return to its roots and become a turn-based RPG? Will it ever happen? Does it need to happen? So many questions revolving around this subject, and in today's video I want to explore that subject. So with that all being said, what is up guys, Jen here, hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to the channel. If you're wanting to support the channel, hit that like button, and if you want to stick around for some more Final Fantasy content, then please consider hitting that subscribe button. Now, this is a subject that I've wanted to talk about, and I've briefly mentioned here and there about Final Fantasy returning to turn-based combat and what that would entail, if it will ever happen, should it happen, and everything else in between. But I'll just ask the question straight off the bat, and I want to hear your answers on the reasons why down below. Do you think Final Fantasy, whether that's Final Fantasy 17 or whatever they decide to do, is it time for them to return to a turn-based combat system, or do you think they should continue doing what they do and just delivering a Final Fantasy experience, and the combat either can carry on with what's being offered with the remake trilogy or going down the road along games like Final Fantasy 15 and 16? Let me know in that comment section. For me personally, I really don't mind, and the reason that we are talking about this in today's video is because Square Enix have had their shareholders meeting, and there was an investment media reporter at that shareholders meeting saying that they would love to see Dragon Quest and Final Fantasy's next games to be turn-based, and they highlighted the success of Clair Obscur Expedition 33 as an example. Square actually responded and said that they are aware of Expedition 33 and believe that command-based RPGs are the origin of Square Enix, and they value the genre of command-based RPGs, and they plan to continue delivering such games in the future. And if you are fans of the turn-based RPG, well, let me point you towards our partners at Instant Gaming, a website where you can get thousands of Steam games at incredible prices, and that includes some of the best turn-based RPGs you can get on PC. All you need to do is visit my link down below and get browsing. And while you're there, I also have a giveaway where you can have the chance to win any game off the website. All you gotta do is click the link and hit the participate button for your chance to win. Not only are you going to be helping out the channel, but you are going to be saving some money. So thanks to Instant Gaming and happy shopping. So it's important to note that this is just a statement of Square Enix saying that they are acknowledging the success of Expedition 33, and they are reiterating the fact that that's what the company was built upon, and that they still offer turn-based RPGs. They really do. We've literally just had the remaster of Bravely Default on the Nintendo Switch 2. Last year we had Dragon Quest 3 HD 2D remake. We had Romancing Saga 2 Revenge of the Seven, just to name a few. Octopath Traveler 2 the year before that. We're also getting Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD 2D remake this year. Square are continuing to deliver that turn-based RPG experience. They experimented with games like I Am Setsuna. It's always been in their catalogue, and we will continue to see turn-based games from Square, and I urge anyone that's not tried some of these games out to actually give them a go, because they are very good games. But let's focus on the Final Fantasy, shall we? Final Fantasy 16 was an action RPG. I absolutely loved it. I thought it had a cracking story. I got used to the combat, and I very much enjoyed that experience and building up my skill set in that game. But I am a sucker for a turn-based RPG, and I would love them to go back. But I think Square needs to focus on just building that brand up. They don't need to be tracing trends. They are an industry leader, and they need to realize that, and they need to just put in the passion to the project, and we will enjoy what they put out. They don't need to be chasing a turn-based success of Expedition 33. The reason that Expedition 33 was successful is because the developers made a game that they wanted to play. And I feel like, as much as I've enjoyed Final Fantasies, that maybe that's what Final Fantasy has been missing. I think Square, when it comes to Final Fantasy, just need to take a step back and just build the Final Fantasy that they want to build, whether they use a remake, rebirth, combat system, go back to turn-based. I would love to see it. I think a lot of people would love to see it, but I don't think it's the pinnacle of what they should be aiming for. They just need to make a game that we're going to enjoy. And I don't even know if Final Fantasy 17 will be called Final Fantasy 17. I've had this other inkling that they may drop the ball when it comes to the numbers. How they do that, I don't know. Don't ask me about it. It's a video for another time. But I very much am on the side of I will enjoy whatever Square decide to put out when it comes to Final Fantasy. Though when it comes to turn-based combat and Final Fantasy, I really do think that the heavily rumored Final Fantasy IX remake would be a good testing of the waters. Not only will we be getting a classic in our hands once again, but it gives them to showcase a real good combat system and what they are capable of when it comes to Final Fantasy as a game, as a turn-based game, as opposed to just a turn-based game, because we got them, like I've mentioned, Romancing Saga 2, Dragon Quest, etc. And with the popularity that we are getting for Final Fantasy because of Magic of the Gathering, it's insane. I've been able to talk to people about Final Fantasy that I wouldn't usually talk to about. I go into shops and they are selling the cards and there's discussion crops up of Final Fantasy. It's been great to have it in conversation. So there's no better time than now. I don't think it needs to be rushed, but if they have all the talk about Final Fantasy, they've got part 3 of the remake trilogy. Final Fantasy IX remake could be a thing to really appease those turn-based fans. And also we are getting tactics, so tactical RPG players are getting their fix as well, regardless of if you want that War of the Lions content or not. I really think that they are setting up for a good time when it comes to Final Fantasy. I remain ever so faithful because this is a franchise that I love. It's what got me into gaming. It's what's kept me into gaming as time has gone on, and I've enjoyed every entry and side game that they've put out, and I will continue to do so. So all in all, do I want Final Fantasy to be turn-based? Yeah, I would love it, but I really wouldn't mind if it wasn't. I really wouldn't mind if they decided not to go that route. I just want to play a really good game and have conversations with the people around me and get talking about its story, its world, and everything else in between. But that's me. I am just a very optimistic and always looking forward to the future of Final Fantasy. I'm always interested to hear your thoughts and where you want the franchise to go. What would you expect? What would you want? What routes do you think they're not going to go down? Let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to visit Instant Gaming to get thousands of Steam games at incredible prices. And until next time, I'll catch you on the flip side.